angry black man. This is something to be angry about.
Absolutely.
When your children are being randomly searched in elementary school, and if I'm sure with a random search, that means there is no notification going home to the parents saying sometime in the month of November prior to Thanksgiving holiday break, your school is going to have a certain 10 random searches and about affecting each grade level.
You hit it right on the head. The policy is shady, and because a court gave them, I guess you would say, approval, that they feel that they can run with it. But again, no one sanctioned LAUSD to do this. This is something they're doing on their own. And what we need to do is make sure that they understand that we, as parents and community, do not appreciate that. There are better things that you can do and spend your money on.
Yeah, and then I still want to get to the charter schools. So, who spearheaded this policy for random searches? Is it a name? Is it a name on this policy? Mr. Johnson? What? Who is it?
It is. You're absolutely right. For the life of me, I can't believe anybody would want to push and promote such a policy and think it has benefits. But I can tell you that the school board has just recently doubled down on it. And this is where we have a problem. So we're hoping to have another crack at it. We being Students Deserve and all our other organizations that are a part of this, Students Not Suspects, Black Lives Matter, Youth Justice Coalition, there's so many, and we really, really appreciate all their work. We just need to sit down, debrief, and move forward on the next steps. And there are next steps, so we're ready to continue this fight. It's not over.
Right. What are the next steps?
Next steps are to definitely engage the board members on a personal level. When you get them in a room, they tend to just look around and sway where, well, let's just be honest. When $13 million has been spent on school board campaigns, and then you turn around and you find out that one of the, well, not in this particular campaign, but in the one before that one of your school board members is now being, let's say, indicted under corruption charges. And he stepped down as president, but he refuses to step off the board. And tomorrow morning, he will be making a decision on whether or not charter schools, continue to thrive and flourish in a state where, basically we lead the nation in new applications and renewals. So we have to target our school board leaders to get them to understand that, hey, this is not good. There's no need to double down on this. Look at the facts and let's collaborate on a positive change. Let's co-construct a positive change.
Okay, so who benefits from this, from this particular policy?
It's called look at the budget, follow the money. And I can tell you right now in a number of ways, when you're talking about $500,000 a year, and then you turn around and it's, you got certain companies who get the equipment contracts for the wanding and then the metal detectors. And then, of course, you have, a breakdown of school police and how they come on board and how much money they get to effectuate that program. And again, then you have LAPD, who also has a hand in it, because sometimes they have to come on campus and deal with situations that are not under jurisdiction of school police and LAUSD. So yeah, follow the money.
Wow. I remember when school security was just school security. It was a guy with a windbreaker on.
Right. Could have been a custodian.
right, exactly. Now with the charter schools, now I know you guys are not for charter schools, and I thought charter school expansion was something that was good, because I am so removed from I have nieces and nephews.
Right.
And I have not heard any of my brothers or sisters speak about their children going through any kind of random searches. Or now I've heard of some disparities in some of the schools that my nieces and nephews go to, of course, and then I will speak to my brothers or my sisters and let them know this is what you need to do. As a parent,
Right.
Go to the school, speak to the principals, set up a meeting
Right.
with the teacher, et cetera, et cetera.
But
however, with charter schools,
yeah.
I thought that was like, oh, that's the other side of the rainbow.
It was. It was supposed to be the pot, especially for African American students when
Right.
it first initially began.
Okay.
Let me step back and just say
Okay.
that as students deserve, we embrace, as I know United Teachers Los Angeles embraces the fact that charter schools are here to stay. And there's no pushback in the sense that we do not want any charter schools. We just want them to pay their fair share in fees, the co-locations. We want to make sure that they're regulated to prevent the fraud and waste that has been run rampant, not only here in the state of California, but throughout the country. And we just want to make sure, first and foremost, which is for me and for any parent, should be job number one. And that's student achievement. Plain and simple.
Right.
And
yes.
they're failing on all those measures right now.
The charter schools are failing on
all
student
those measures.
Achievement.
There you go. And then you can look at the this year's current Smarter Balance Assessment test, and you will see clearly that, I guess that's the reason why they got rid of the API, as far as finding out which schools had the higher testing scores and, which ones, had provided that curriculum
right.
for them to, for students there to achieve and do well on those tests. But now since the Smarter Balance Assessment has been come into play, you can look across the board, both traditional and private, and no schools are doing all that great. That's why you don't hear a lot of celebration and hoorah around charter schools and the academic achievement they were once boasting,
right.
With 800 API scores and 750 API scores. You don't hear that anymore.
Interesting. Because charter schools was just synonymous with better school.
Right.
And still free.
Mm-hmm.
And better academic curriculum, with all of the things that you guys stand for in saying these are the things that students deserve.
Right.
I assume that charter schools had all those elements.
And that's not the case. And sometimes, if tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, it will demonstrate that a lot of these charters, these private charter management organizations, are solely out there to get a head count. Long story short, again, follow the money. If you have K through 8 and then you have a high school, you get to dabble in 2 pots of money for, the state budget. And so a lot of these folks are creating schools to do just that, just to get a bigger head count.
Yeah.
Look at the money that's being taken.
Yeah.
Look at the money that's being spent,
okay.
where it's being spent on administrative salaries and what have you, and then look at student outcomes and tell me what you see.
Our students most definitely deserve better. You
Absolutely.
are listening to Conversation Piece. I'm Angela Birdsong, and we are here with parent leader Khalid AL-ALIM with Students Deserve. I'm going to say that one more time.
Good. We'll stop there. Let me just make a cut there.
Okay.
So, I'm going to cut that right now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
right.
Yeah.
Editing right on the spot.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You want to start with?
You know what? And remember, this is Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm. So
that's
what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's
okay.
It's okay. Right. But you had said tomorrow morning. You said Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
So it cleaned it up.
Okay.
Right.
Good,
so
good.
we're pretending it's Tuesday morning.
Right.
right now. Yeah.
So you guys help me figure out where we're cutting, Angie. I'll go from
side
here.
of the rainbow.
It was supposed to be.
The charter schools are failing. The students deserve.
Right.
No, it's where I say you're listening to
right
conversation.
here.
All those elements.
And that's not the case sometimes. You get to dabble into. A lot of these folks are creating schools to do just that.
Our students most definitely deserve better. You are listening to Conversation Piece.
You want to take it from you're listening to?
Yes,
okay.
Please. Our students most definitely deserve better. You are listening to
cut it better.
Deserve better. You're
How much time do we have recorded?
We have about 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, what time is it? It's 8:06.
I'm going to be in trouble.
Okay.
our students most definitely deserve better.
Can you give us 15 more minutes?
I got to make a call because I'm getting called right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Deserve